home right now. We're going to be flying into game number 1 of Falcon versus Falcon's Apbren. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land
versus
of Don.
Falcon.
Who gets the first game because momentum is very, very necessary. And remember, this could be a tie, and maybe we do have a
Kita akan lihat
tiebreaker
Super
here.
Marco,
Is that
best
how it
god
works?
laner
If it goes
in the
1-1,
wood.
yeah, we will
MLBB
have
kah?
game number 3 between these two teams. No one's been able to bring Falcon's Apbren.
Aurora, bro.
No one's been able to take a game off them so far. Can Falcon Esports be the one to clip the wings?
Maybe it takes a Falcon to beat a Falcon. Apbren, Kid X, early on in the Tigreal already very aggressive, but again, this is what we expect from the
Fluff,
Aurora.
fluff,
So
fluff,
much
Link.
of that pressure when it comes to the poke, and also
Fluff,
that
Link.
Mayo with the
Siapa?
clear speed
Kyle.
of this new Cho.
Kyle Link.
Absolute menace early on in the game. Let's take a look at the emblems here. Kaltizi goes with a war cry. It's Royal
Super
Milk
Marco,
with
Moskov,
Great Smite, so they want to go for a
Dax.
longer team fight here
Bukan
together
Dax.
with
Benny,
and
Benny,
PX7.
Benny,
They have a
Benny.
lot of diversified damage to go up against Falcon's
Skin
Apbren.
M1.
And
Siapa? Harit
that's already
M1.
very interesting too. That's a weapon mastery, by the way, for few on the Aurora.
Sama-sama
So he's expecting
masih
to build
level
up on this
3.
damage, wait for the mid game. Once he gets those big items, he's gonna hurt a little bit more than the
Oh,
normal.
Gwen.
I have a question to you, Mirko. Yesterday we got
Yes,
to
sir.
see the Ling up against the Hayabusa. The Hayabusa did lose out. Kyrie was using it, but it was the anime battle. Me and Leo were casting some of those games, and I'm just wondering, Urban, do we think it's straight micro, or is there a favorable, is there a favorable hero in that predicament?
This is because I
Aurora,
I'm just asking
Peu.
a solid question.
okay, yeah, not reminding me of Indonesia's loss. Okay,
No,
but no, yeah,
not at all.
seriously, I do feel like for the Ling, it's definitely more advantageous to the Ling in the micro perspective as well. Super Marco in the bottom lane, ooh, getting chunked down, but we'll be able to utilize
Super
that damage
Marco.
reduction. Kaltizi on the Ling, anyone on the Ling, you can use the Tempest of Blades to escape from the Shadow Kill. So it's,
Kyle.
I would say it's still a skill matchup, but
Apa
again, you
Dax?
have ways to outplay the
Dilepas,
Hayabusa
dilepas.
a bit more than the Hayabusa has ways to outplay you. And for now, Falcon's Apbren remain in control in the early game.
Ooh, big kick.
Tendang.
On to PX7.
Kick,
PX7
kick.
in a lot of trouble. Will get taken out.
Oh,
Flaptisi able to take
okay,
the first
first blood.
blood. Kid X hasn't hit that level 4 yet, and Falcon's Apbren will take the first objective.
GG.
And it's Flaptisi with first blood on the Terizler. Just so active around the map, getting the prio. And that's the advantage you have early on when you have a Terizla. It's almost like you just can't lose the lane. Even if you're 0-1, you find a way to be useful. Sometimes you can be 0-4, but you're still tanky, you still have that instant initiation, and you're just so good, especially on a proactive man like Mr. Flaptisi. And we get to take a look at the items here. Flaptisi already going straight for that War Axe, it seems. Wanted to dish out a little bit more damage, because obviously he just got to kill. You want to utilize that snowball
Link
potential.
Berserker.
But for
Plus
the two
item.
junglers, it does seem like despite that,
Gwen.
Next on to PX7. PX7 going to go down. Super Marco getting the kill this time. And Falcon's Apbren already taking a clean lead of over 1,000 gold. And, Falcon, man, they need to try to find something. Dax needs to try to hit a spike. And if everyone else is falling around him, Falcon isn't going to be able to look for these big team fights that they can capitalize on.
Luckily for them, they haven't been falling all around them, right? It's just been in the mid lane. It's been
Just PX.
Onto PX7. It's not the best as well. You don't want your mid lane to be dying a lot in the early game, but for Dax, I
Kyle?
would say early on when we
Dax?
took a look at the gold, Dax was still able to keep it quite level
Beda
up
satu
against
level
Kaltizi,
ya, bro.
despite the turtle. That was what I was about to say before they went in for PX7 again. But now for Dax, I think it's still okay. Just go for the farm, especially considering, you have a strong side in Benny. You might want to utilize that kill pressure in the bottom lane to try to pick Super Marco off, because the fact that Super Marco is already a level ahead of Benny, despite
Gwen?
being on a losing
Boo.
matchup, this is concerning. He has the corrosion site in the first 4 minutes. That's Flaptisi as well, hitting the War Axe power spike right for the second turtle, and they're ready for it.
See, and there's the problem, right? Yes, the 2 deaths are on PX, but both offlaners getting those kills are already kind of setting up. And knowing Super Marco, knowing Flaptisi, it's huge if they're able to get involved and output damage this early on. And there goes Ogwin, looking for another way. The dragon gets a little off-put this time. Kid X able to save Royal Milk in that situation. Second turtle is up. Falcon is Apbren, not trying to force anything. Dax making his way into it.
Great Shunpo earlier to disengage, and you can see Ogwin just really loving this new change. Oh, good onward.
Gwen.
Nice onward. I liked how that looked. We had the G Kondo right into it, gets tossed up. Looked like some acrobats there.
It did. It really looked like, it was was the acrobatic movement Ogwen.
Kick.
PX7 having a rough game here. Gonna get
Waduh.
tossed up, knocked down, and sent to the Nether Realm. Kyle TZ now getting involved with the Tempest of Blades. That's 2 members down for the side of Falcon Esports. Make it 3 as Roy
Waduh.
Milk is taken off
Super
the
Marco.
and 4. Will it be a full man wipe? The shadow kill does come out, able to pick up Kyle TZ. Can Dax get the outplay here? No, but he finds 1 member in the midst of a full wipe.
Super Marco.
Just too clean with it. I don't know if we will get a replay there. Flapteezy just tanking a few of these turret shots in the mid lane, but even in that kick, the way that they played towards that kick, for the kick, was amazing. Ogwen got the way of the dragon, right? But I don't know if you guys realize. All right, beautiful. STC replay. Take a look at this. We don't get to see it fully, but right as Ogwen gets the way of the dragon, you can see Few, he held down on his Frigid Glacier on the stun. He waited for the full duration of the stun of the way of the dragon before he utilized his ult, and that was just amazing to see,
bro.
because you get the lockdown,
Super
you
Marco.
get the damage. It was so perfectly chained together, and this is why I say for the Filipino teams, they are the killers of imagination, because every team they go up against them, they're like, imagine if we get a game off them, imagine if we can even go up against them in the game. No, they shut them down very early, the dreams early, very
Dream
it's like
crushers.
6 minutes, 2 turtles, and 7 kills.
Falcons Apbren, the killer of dreams.
7 kill.
Shutting them down.
Falcon
Just stopping
Esports.
you in your place. They got the stiff arm
1
always
kill.
out, man. You know, people are running at them, and they just stiff arm you to the ground every time. Doesn't matter the meta. Doesn't matter anything. Falcons Apbren is holding strong. Falcons Esports, though, need to look for something in this moment of bleakness. We're only 6.5 minutes in. Gold lead is about 4,000 in favor of Falcons. Apbren, Dax, looking for the shadow kill. Lock onto Flapteezy there, but Royal Milk gonna get frozen. Tossed
GG,
against
bro.
the wall and taking out Flaptezy, putting another kill into his pocket. It's 3-0-1 and a tower as well.
You rotate a bit faster, you look for the advantage that you have with mobility, and then you see the Falcons Apbren just fly without flying heroes. That wasn't even Super Marco with the Spear of Destruction. He just walked there, but it felt so quick because they're just so in sync, and we get to see it again this time. You can see that, right? It was a good flicker.
Back
good,
up,
and
back
then
up, back up.
quad
The
shadow
spear
back.
too.
But yeah, the combo together with the spear from the penalty zone to lock on for the Frigid Glacier into the Spear of Misery. Again, perfectly chained together. So that Mr. Royal Milk can't really
Onik udah
flow, can't
pulang.
really move.
Go home,
And
bro.
now the third and final turtle of the game is up. Flapteezy.
Flapteezy gonna be able to get away. They're so good at just comboing everything
Ogwen,
up.
Ogwen.
Comes down just in time now. Ogwen able to get the way of Dragon on to Kid X. Kyle TZ comes in with a Tempest of Blades, able to take out Royal Milk. Benny forced to run away. That's a 2-for-0. Falcons Apbren on the rise.
This is a slaughter. In the first 7 minutes of the game, it's all Falcons Apbren.
Tas,
It
tas,
has to
tas,
be
tas, tas.
the
Ogwen.
advantage that they have, right? Falcons over Falcon. We've you know, kind of assumed how many times they're in the analyst panel, even on stage. What is the Falcons? What is that? Is that like plural? It's just a plural
man,
form, or is it
that's what happens when it's a Falcon up against Falcons. They're jumping them right now. They brought the whole crew.
Oh man, it's just brutal here, and it's the first I
Ducks,
Blood
ducks.
Wings with Genius 1-2 for a few, despite him going for the weapon mastery and, you know, having so many early kills. He's still going the normal route. He's not really going to go for anything too crazy. No Holy Crystal first item. That's what I expected, personally, from Few. But this is why he's been able to win 2 World Championships. He just stays consistent. He doesn't get overconfident. He knows exactly how to utilize this kit, and it's more for utility. You already have the base damage for burst in the early game anyway,
Super Marco.
so why do you need to stack up on damage when you can just stack up on utility? It's hard enough for these members, for Falcon, especially now, to get him low, to get the Pride of Ice. Now add Blood Wings in. Benny up top.
Benny in a little bit of trouble, drops his launch force, just dodges Spear Destruction. Kid X trying to help out, but in comes Kyle TZ with the Tempest of Blades. Then dance around and takes out Benny. Way of dragging the combo up and give Kyle TZ another kill.
Ogwen. Woo.
Mid-side Dax taken out by Few as well. Falcons with a multiple airstrike all across the map.
Everywhere on the map, destruction. Falcons Apbren finding every single fight and winning every single fight. That was a good chain CC from Kid X. He used the implosion. He used the swing back with a shove. There's not much else you could do, and Kyle still found a way to get help and to outplay, and now he has an endless battle at the 9th minute of the game. 13-1. It's a 9,000 gold lead for Falcons Apbren as they take control of the enemy jungle. Falcon can't even fly in their own jungle. They can't fly. Their wings have been clipped by the Falcons, Apbren.
Royal Milk starting to curdle right now. He's 0-3-1. He's unable to even onward in, right? He can't even engage because he's immediately shredded down. And you mentioned Few earlier. He's been so good at the peel. Even when Falcon does get a possible play, Few just freezes him up, man. Drops the glacier. You know, I mean, it's just such a problem. Falcons have no way to really crack the code right now.
You can't blame them though. You know, for Falcon Apbren, they're just playing this so well. For Falcon Esports, it's really all about reacting to the plays. They got the eat it, they got the take roll. They want to go for these re-engages, but when Falcon's Apbren can purify, not even purify, just Super Marco with the purify. If they can just sidestep away from the CC, away from all your re-engage tools, it's a different ball game. And you can see the respect again. Rose Gold Meteor for Super Marco. 1-0-8, 3-item power spike before the 10th minute. He got the 4th item at the 10th minute. That means he finished it up, like what, at the 8th minute on the Moskov. Up against the Herod, this is a losing matchup.
Benny doesn't even have a 3rd item. It's so rough.
They're making their imagination reality, but they're shutting other people's imagination and dreams together now with
Ogwen?
Oh, Ogwen with another big kick on a Royal Milk this time. Does take a little bit of damage, brought down to about half health. Benny able to find a kill, finally put one on the map. Tempest Blades comes down, Super Marco picks up Benny. Dax looking for the shadow kill, BX7 goes down. Super Marco still looking for more. Dax in a bad spot, pushed against the wall. That's a 3-for-1 trade. Falcon find nothing but Ogwen, and now Falcon's Apbren gonna try to move on to the inhibitor as well. It's Kid X and Royal Milk. EX
N bro.
Falcon's Apbren gonna try to close things out.
Wah.
N. They've got a flap TZ and they've got the game. Falcons Esports fall short.
GG Apbren. Ente, nice try. Falcon Esports.